rt.com. Now, Britain has become a hotbed for terrorism, with extremist preachers and masterminds freely able to operate there. The news has come to light in the latest WikiLeaks, which reveals at least 35 Guantanamo detainees had been trained for terrorism in London mosques. The secret files also suggest that an alleged al-Qaeda bomber worked as an informer for British intelligence. Let's now cross live to London and speak to RT's Lindsay France, who has more details on this. Lindsay, I've been going through these WikiLeaks documents, some pretty shocking revelations there.
That's right, Rory. 18 of these detainees reportedly to have come out of Britain were from abroad. 17 of them were either British nationals or, the documents said, they were asylum seekers from Arab countries who then filtered into the UK and received their training here in London. Now, most notably in the documents, Finsbury Park Mosque was cited. It's a northern London mosque here that was cited as, quote, an attack planning and propaganda production base. And this was not new to the U.S. military officials who actually drafted these documents. This mosque was known as a very powerful training ground for many of these men for quite a while. In fact, these documents do raise a very big question about where security and government forces were during the time that London gained such a strong reputation as being such a hotbed for these training techniques. In fact, London actually earned the nickname within these documents as Londonistan. So it does raise a lot of questions about where security and government forces were in quelling this reputation and stopping these men from filtering into the UK and then out into terrorist hotbeds around the world.
Indeed, Lindsay, as you were saying, it was termed by some as Londonistan, and the WikiLeaks documents illustrate how for 2 decades Britain effectively became a crucible of terrorism, with dozens of extremists being trained there. Now, the latest declassified documents also suggest that the Guantanamo Bay detention camp is packed with innocent people. Surely that's only going to add fuel to the flames for those who want to shut it down.
Exactly. What's at stake here, what is being heavily looked at are the detainee assessment briefs. Now, the White House spokesman has come out and said that the detainee assessment briefs, for instance, one that may have been written in 2006 and leaked, may or may not have the same significance to this government and to this administration now that it did 4 or 5 years ago. So even if a detainee assessment brief stipulates that a person may be at low risk, the government can reassess that again. Many of these people are cited as having been cooks, drivers, and even farmers who were picked up for questioning and then kept at Guantanamo Bay. Now, the White House also has come out and said that President Barack Obama still holds it as very, very important to be shutting down this prison, but at the same time, Congress is making it very difficult when it comes to taking those prisoners out and trying them on U.S. soil. So as more details come out with these detainee assessment briefs, it will be very interesting to see which way this argument goes on whether or not to move the over 170 people still located at this prison out for trial or to keep them there.
All right, RT's Lindsay France live in London.